Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about record purging. I have been collecting records for a really long time, pretty much since I was like 14, 15. Some of those unfortunately got threw away and discarded during a flood that happened in my, what do you call it? The home that I grew up in. There you go. My childhood home, because there was a flood that happened there, and I wasn't there during the time. I feel like I was in college, and unfortunately I did not take my records with me, so my dad threw them away, thinking they were just like ruined. I think he was just going through it also because there was a flood in the house. Anyone who has had a flood in a house knows that that's like a really detrimental mentally, like, thing that just like it just messes you up in the head. It's like everything I've owned has been like totally ruined, so it's just like throw it out. So I've been collecting records for a really long time. I have some from when I was in college. It just like it all like piles up and adds up. So today I've decided that I'm going to purge some of my records. Previous to this video, before I started filming, I was going through some shelves and was like, what is this? Like some of the stuff, like I don't even recall collecting, and I'm sure a lot of people out there who are record collectors can relate to that. It's like you go to a record store, you go through like the 99-cent bin, you're like, whoa, that looks cool, and then you just decide to buy it, not even like, especially before like Spotify and before YouTube. YouTube's been around for a while, but before music was on YouTube, it's like you didn't really explore music except for in record stores. So it's like, you know, if you're going through a 99-cent bin, some record stores are like, oh, you can't test the 99-cent records. Whatever. You know, sometimes you find treasure in those 99-cent bins, for sure. But sometimes you also find things that you probably won't even listen to more than one time. So today I drank some coffee, and today I decided that I was going to purge some of my records. I have a really cool local record store called Material World. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to take the ones that I have, because they have like all genres, and I love them for that, but they do have like a more specific route that they, you know, choose when they're buying records, and that's a great thing. Like a curated record store is always amazing, but you know, I'm gonna take them there and hopefully they'll buy some, and the ones that they don't buy, maybe I'll try to sell on Discogs, or I'll just like, you know, leave outside for someone else to like maybe come by and be like, whoa, records, and like pick them up. So today, I don't know, I just decided that I was going to look through some of these. I'm moving possibly back home to Florida in 2022, the beginning of 2022. So I don't know, I just decided to have like an early start to this, because I know it's something that when it gets closer to the moving date, I will get so stressed about. So I feel like it's better to start early. It's now February 2021, which I know is very early for doing this. But I don't know, I just decided like every month or so, maybe I'll start mailing some boxes home of records, which anyone knows can be like a whole ordeal. I'm not doing a moving truck. At least I don't plan to do a moving truck because I don't drive. So I thought it would just be smarter to have a head start to it all. All of these shelves I went through. I'm very proud of myself. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, there's a lot of records over there. And then this shelf over here, can you see that? I have not been through, so I don't know. Just decided to start somewhere. It's better to start someplace than to not start at all. So here I am today, and I don't know, like, you know, you go through your records and you're like, where did this come from? Like, where did this come from? Like, there's definitely things in here that I wanted to share that I'm like, I'm sure if you collect records, you can relate. Like, how did this appear in my collection? Like, I know how this appeared in my collection, Rat, but I have not listened to it in forever. Like, Rat is like hair metal band goodness. It's ridiculous. But I'm pretty sure I got it for $1 from Academy Records. Price tag is still kind of on it. And I don't know, I just decided to take a day to check these out. Yesterday's is another record that I'm pretty sure I bought because Yes has the most awesome, like, album covers, like, I have, like, ever seen. They're, like, painted, like, beautiful creations that can be like murals, and I'm like, this is gorgeous, and I'm pretty sure I got this for $1, so I'm gonna check that out. Foreigner 4. It's really funny. I like Foreigner, the songs that I've heard, but I do not recall any of the songs on this album, so it's gonna be fun to check out too, because I know I might like it, but it's like, you just never know. Like, this one is another one. I'm like, album cover's cool. Who is this? Aldo Nova. It was $1, but I'm like, will I ever listen to this? I think that's what's good about purging too, is that like you get to go through your collection, and like I saw some amazing stuff in mine. I was like, wow, I forgot I had that. And it's like, record collecting for me, like I absolutely love music, but it's also a relation to like a time, a period for me. Like, for instance, Hole lived through this, such a major time for me in my teenage years. All the Bjork records I have, major time moment for me. So it's very much a sentimental thing also. So to go through the records and see them and you haven't looked at them in a minute is like pretty epic. But then there's like the random ones like Torch Song. I don't know. I feel like this is another one that I bought because of the record cover. And I feel like that happens with like a lot of record collectors. I'm pretty sure I'm not alone. I also have some like random compilations that I picked up probably for $1, and I actually don't mind those, especially like if I'm DJing vinyl someplace. It's kind of good to have them, even though there's a lot of like compression of sound with these, which are unfortunate because you'll have to turn the gain like all the way up because they try to put so many songs on one side. But like this one has some pretty good stuff, like Diana Ross Upside Down, Lips Funky Town, Prince I Want to Be Your Lover. Like there's some pretty good stuff on here that, like, you know, it's easier to take a compilation with you when you're going to DJ versus, you know, the separate albums. Like I definitely have Funky Town Lips on vinyl on its own. I definitely have Upside Down by Diana Ross. I don't have I Want to Be Your Lover. I have a lot of Prince, but I don't have I Want to Be Your Lover. But it's like good to have these just like, you know, stash in your bag for when you're going to DJ. Which unfortunately, because of the current world crisis, because you can't say the actual thing on YouTube, you can, but you'll get demonetized, and I'm not monetized yet, so I'm not trying to like step on any toes. But you know, unfortunately, DJing right now has been nearly impossible. So, I don't know, hopefully by 2022, all the vaccinations going around, you know, maybe pick up some gigs again. It'll be kind of nice to DJ in Florida. See how that is. I don't want to like DJ at weddings. I definitely want to like DJ at like, I don't know, venues where they have turntables and a nice setup. So it'll be nice to be able to take vinyl out instead of a laptop. So we'll see. I definitely have some soundtracks in here that I'm like, why did I buy this? And I feel like I definitely purchased this from Amoeba. It's The Raid 2. I feel like maybe it's got some cool electronic sounds on it. So I'm going to check it out. If I love it, I'll keep it. If not, I'll ditch it. The Hills Have Eyes. I do not remember listening to this, but I got it from Amoeba for $10.99. And I'm like, did I just pick it up? Because I'm like, oh my god, The Hills Have Eyes. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm aware of the movie, but the music, and I like the cover. The music just does not, I just don't remember it. You know what I mean? It's a Wes Craven movie, which usually has pretty good soundtracks. I guess I'm just gonna have to see. So I feel really good about like just sitting in front of the record player and sampling these out. It almost feels like I'm at a record store all over again. What do they say? Shop your own collection. So this one's another one called Chubbies. I don't know this movie, but it's a horror soundtrack, so that should be fun to listen to. And it's really interesting. Like, I'm going through these, and like some of them I'm just like, I don't understand how I got this. Like Pamphlet to Prince, I understand why I have this, but I've not listened to this record in so long, I don't even remember what it sounds like. So it's gonna be fun to like check that out. And if I don't like it anymore, if I feel like it doesn't ring true to me, it's not something that I want to take with me to my next step in life, my next move, then I might, you know, just try to sell it. Justin Timberlake, trash, so he can go away. Then there's like some weird electronic stuff that I have not listened to in forever, like experimental sounds. So I'm really looking forward to listening to that. Like, this is influenced by krautrock rock like Can and New and Tangerine Dream. It says it's full of tape loops, so this is like brand new. I mean, of course it's been open, but it'll be fun to like just check it out and see what it sounds like again. Here's another compilation with some really cool remixes on it. I think this is more like techno. It has that really crazy song on it, Michael Jackson is in Heaven Now, which I think it's like Michael Jackson is dead, or something like that. So I'm excited to like recheck this out. But yeah, I also have some duplicates, and I know that sounds bad, but it's not as bad as it sounds. I have some like duplicates in here. I'm sure other record collectors again can relate. You go record shopping, you're like, do I have that? Do I have this? And it's like cheap enough where you're like, maybe I'll just get it again. But it's like, if you don't have it and you missed out on it that time, then it's like, will you be able to get it again? And keep in mind, this is before, I'm pretty sure it's before Discogs was a popping thing, and like, it wasn't as easy to buy vinyl online. I think I used to shop a lot at like Dusty Grooves online and Amoeba, of course, but this is before Discogs, and I like the Fifth Dimension Aquarius, but do I need two different compilations? Do I? I didn't even realize that I had two. So they have different covers. I'm gonna check out the different quality of each one, how each one sounds, and if there's a lot of surface noise, see how damaged one might be over the other. I can tell one cover is more damaged than say like this one, so that'll be fun to check out because I like the Fifth Dimension. I think Aquarius is one of the greatest songs ever. Don't hate me. Thank you. Marvin Gaye, I Want You. This song, this album, I know is good, but I do not remember the condition I have this in. I just don't. I'm definitely going to have to check it out. The cover isn't that bad. I love the artwork. I remember this artwork or similar being at the end of Good Times, the TV show. I forget who the artist is that does this type of artwork, but it's just so freaking good. So I'm excited to check this out again, see how it sounds. I don't know. Hopefully I love this copy because I don't want to have to buy another one. But that song's amazing. I remember hearing the Madonna cover of it, which was produced by Massive Attack, Massive Attack and Madonna. I both very much appreciate their work, especially. Well, with Madonna, depends on the time frame. She's had some bad moments, but during her trip hop phase, yeah, she had a trip hop phase and it was pretty good. Anyways, moving on. This is Duke Ellington. This is a Duke Ellington compilations, 2 LPs. I'm excited to check that out. His face on the gatefold. What? I'm into it. So hopefully that's good. So another duplicate I do have is Synergy Chords. Synergy makes really interesting, doodle-daddle, synth music. I have 2 of these. One of them is definitely in better condition than the other, visually on the outside. So that's already something that I'm taking into consideration. They're both on the clear vinyl, which is really cool. Crystal clear. I love Synergy. He does some really interesting stuff that I feel may have been overlooked during that time, during the late 70s. I'm not sure. I wasn't around during that time, but he has some really cool stuff. And I have noticed, I did not realize until I went through my collection, and I have 2 copies of this one record of his. So excited to see which one is better. Then I was going through my collection and I found some things I didn't realize I had. I knew I had some Lime, but I did not know I had this album, which is Lime 2, and it has Babe, We're Gonna Love Tonight. I know I have that song on another album, because I have a greatest hits of theirs, but I did not know I had this one, which is really cool. Look at this cover. And it, the lime opens to a drink. Get out of here. What? I love it. So, fun stuff like that, I'm excited to go through and listen to again. This album, Lesbians on Ecstasy, so good. And yes, I said Lesbians on Ecstasy. This is a really good album. I remember when it was either early college or in my late teens, I had this on CD. And it was so good. There's this one song on it, I forget what it's called, but it's like so fast and aggressive and just amazing. So when I found this on vinyl, I think it's on orange vinyl, I was just like, have to have you. So I'm really happy that I found it again in my collection. I'm excited to like listen to that. Hyrax is a metal band. I'm gonna check them out again. I remember really loving this album. I found it for 99 cents and I thought it was like some treasure that I came across. I looked again on Discogs and it still runs for like, I think it runs for like $10 or something. I could have swear when I first bought it I thought it was worth a lot more. But regardless, the music is pretty cool. The band, really awesome stuff. So yeah, there's some really great stuff in my collection and I'm excited to listen to all over again and check out. Like, I didn't realize I had these two Led Zeppelin albums. So I'm excited to see what these two sound like and what condition they're in. I know this one has some like, look like someone used a marker up there or something. I don't even know which pressings these are, if they're first pressings or just repress, but I'm excited to check them out. Leave down in the comments what you guys think, especially if you're a record collector. How did you purge your collection? What do you think about the ones that I just showed? I also have like another stack down here that I'm not going to go through on camera. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is pretty healthy thing to do every once in a while. I haven't did it in a while. I've been in this apartment for almost 4 years, or it could be 4 years now. I forget. But I know previous to moving into this apartment, I did a slight purge, but this time I'm doing a bigger purge because I will be moving to another state next year, back home to Florida, where I'm originally from. So that's different than moving from one part of Brooklyn to another part of Brooklyn. It's going to be a lot of mailing stuff, which I'm not looking very forward to, but hopefully everything will get to this destination safely. And I have plenty of time, so I shouldn't stress out about it. I shouldn't, and neither should you. If you're going through a move, moving records, you know, watch some YouTube videos like this one as inspiration. There's also some really good ones. Like, I've been watching ones where people just go through, like, trailers and dig through vinyl, like, old vinyl, like, boxes of old vinyls, like, treasure hunters. And they're just, like, you know, looking for the records to sell in their store, etc., or to add to their own collection. And I feel like that was really helpful. It's like when you have to clean an area and you watch hoarders before, it's like inspiration. That's how I kind of view these videos. So hopefully it's been helpful to you. Let me know down in the comments what you think, and if you have moved recently with a lot of records, let me know how the experience was for you. And I look forward to communicating with you guys and seeing what you think. So until next time, peace and love, like and subscribe, and comment down below. Alright, see you next time. Bye.